Hello. So in this session, I'm giving you a quick walkthrough of the chat feature of Swipsel. So this is the place where you can manage all your inbound as well as outbound conversations. There's a lot of capabilities to help you manage very holistic conversations with your leads so that they get the right support and the right information from you. So on the left side, when you scroll through the options, the second one is where you find the live chat feature being housed. You click on it, you find, the slider being coming up, which has all the categories across which the chats are there. So that is distributed across closed, assigned, unassigned. The previous closed sessions will be available here. The current ongoing sessions, if they are assigned to you, will be in the you section or in the assigned section. And then you have a lot of capabilities to create custom views for you. Okay, so let's say you want to create custom views on chats coming from UK, for example, right? So then you can always do something like, country equals to United Kingdom, and then you can save it. Okay. Similarly, if you were to say city equals to Jaipur, just an example, right? So then you can do that. And in the same way, you can have different views which you can create. So then what happens is that, when you want to, check the leads matching that criteria, you can quickly just click on that and reach the desired leads for sure. Okay. In the same way, you can create different custom views over here and just change them basis your requirement. Now, moving further, uh, you can also create these labels. On the left side, when you see, you can create labels, and then when you create a label, then that particular conversation will start appearing the particular label that you have selected. So I just gave this particular chat the label as test, and then you can see a label called as test has been generated here, and this conversation is a part of it now, right? So uh, once you have these conversations, you can create these labels to segment the conversations in different categories. Okay, and then you can access them later pretty easily. uh, since you will also have WhatsApp in place, so then you can also, when you click on new conversation, you can also start an outbound conversation by yourself. Okay, so channel will be WhatsApp. Then you can also choose the from number if you have multiple numbers which are set up over here, and then just choose the recipient number and choose from the list of approved templates which are present over here. Okay, and then this would be closed. And then a new session will begin. So this is on the outbound conversation, how you can start it. Now moving further, I'll start one conversation and show you an example. Right. So in this particular case, I have started a conversation, by going to the customer's website, and then this conversation is live now. So I've chosen I want to book a demo. Then it will ask me a demo date. So I'll choose, let's say, 24th. And then you would be able to see that over here as well. So in a nutshell, when the conversation is going on, whatever is happening, in an automated journey will also be visible to you over here. Okay, so I choose electronic, so that input also will be fed, right? So right, the lead has submitted these details and the conversation is closed, right? So this is an example of the automated journey of the conversation happening. Now I'll show you one more example. So one important thing to notice here is that, all the fields that are created in an account, they are automatically mapped when the conversation is going on. So if they will say the business type, I said electronic, that's mapped, and other things. I had a separate lead field called a lead city, so that's also mapped, and the demo date which I had given, that's also mapped. So whatever variables your business will have, let's say it's a financial services business and you want to collect information on how much is your average sales and how much is your how long have you been in operation for. So all those details will also be visible over here. Now I'll start one more session to just give you an example of how an agent can join and what kind of conversations they can do, right? Again, so what will happen usually is that the agent, when they're online, they will obviously have the option to join the conversation manually also. And the customer or the lead also will have an option when they click on talk to agent, the conversation will be assigned to the agent, right? And then they will also get a notification on the email and also on the browser that a new chat has been assigned to them along with the link so that they can quickly log in and get them, right? So now this is an example of a conversation going on live fashion. So a lot of capabilities, I will have a lot of blocks to quickly choose from. So the first one is called as quick saved replies through which I can, save a lot of responses and then, quickly just select one of them and get the conversation going, right? So it reduces my turnaround time to get the chat started, right? So different examples which you can use. Then, as per the requirement of the customer, I can also have attachments in place, which could be like a PDF document to help the customer. It could be like a small video which I want to share, right? So just to show this, right? So this is just an example, right? And then we can also share voice notes if that can ever be helpful. That's also an option. We also have different AI capabilities as well, which can be very crucial to manage some conversation, which I'll showcase as well. Now, when the conversation is going on, we have the capability to change the fields which are present over here. So let's say during the conversation, I select something, what's your email ID. Okay, let's say I have email. Okay, so then the lead gets prompt and then they can give their email. So I can just copy this and edit here. In a simple way, what I mean is that when the conversation is going on, the agent will have the capability to edit these values based on the responses which the lead will provide, right? So that you can change all of these based on the context of the conversation which is happening at the particular moment, right? In addition, if you want to change the owner of the conversation for a certain reason, that you have to assign it to agent B because this is pertaining more to conversations on their side, then I can definitely do that. I can also assign it to a different team. So let's say you have sales teams, post sales teams, customer success teams. I can also assign it to a team, and then in the particular team, it will be assigned in a round robin fashion. Okay, so that's also there. So quickly I can move around a conversation with that. Once the requirements are closed, I can also close the chat. More important things, when a single lead comes back to you and does a conversation, you will also be able to see the historic conversations here. So this was a quick walkthrough on the live chat capabilities. Just for any questions, just reach out to me and let me know, and we'll be there to help. Thank you.